Okay, it's not the exposition and introduction. My name is Toby, and the name 2110417317. My class M1, course management. It's your purpose from my video explain the happy homeless. Homeless. Once three was a poor man. His name was Hans. He had no money, no house, and no food, but he was happy. I find something, he said, and walked down this road to the next town. After a short time, a very old woman called to him from across the road. "What do you want?" asked Hans. "What do you want?" said the old woman. What do I want? I want money. You can have money," said the old woman. "Take his magic blue coat and climb to the top of that tall tree. Then climb down inside it. You will come into a large room with 300 lights. There are doors. Go through the first priest door, and you will see big book. On the book, six dog with eyes are done. Be afraid, it won't hurt you. Put my blue coat on the floor. Take the dog and put it down on the coat in front of the book. Open the book. You will see money. Take some, go through the second door, and you will see a bigger book. On the book says, "Dog with eyes alert as orange. Don't be afraid, it won't hurt you." Put the dog down on the coat in front of the book. Open the book and you will see gold. Take some, go through the third door. There you will see the big book. On the books sits a dog with eyes large as plates. Don't be afraid, it is friendly. There are jewels in its book. Take some, this is wonderful, said Hans. "But when can I do for you? I don't want any money or gold or jewels," said the old woman. In only one little thing in the street around there is a small glass book. My grandmother lost is there. Bring me that book. Hans climbed up the tree and then down inside the tree. He went down and down and down. Then the sea saw 300 lights and the three doors. He opened the office door and went into a little room. There on a book was a dog which as large as X. "Good dog," said Hans. He remembered the old woman's words. Had put her blue coat on the floor. He took the dog and put it down on the coat in front of the book. He opened the book and he got very excited. He took some money and put it in his hat. He put the dark black on the book and we into the second room. Three on the book was a dog with eyes as large as organs. "You are a fine dog," said Hans. He put the down in front of the book and opened the book. His eyes were suddenly as yellow as the gold in the book. Hans took some gold and put it in his hat. Then he went into the last room. These dog eyes were as large as flats. You are a very fine dog," he said. Hans looked at the jewels in the book. His eyes were suddenly red, blue, yellow, green, and gold. He took some jewels and put them in the shoes. Then he remembered the old woman's glass book. He found in it on the floor next to the dog. He climbed up inside the tree again. It was hard this time with the heavy gold and jewels, but he got out of the tree, threw down the book, called the woman. Then she saw him, but he did not throw it. Suddenly, stone hit him on the head, helped him going to fall, and he threw but out hand and he did not fall. "Did you throw that stone?" he called. "Yes." "No, give me the book." He did not fall. "Did you throw that stone?" he called. "Yes." "No, give me book." She was not very friendly. "And now I'm not going to give it you," he answered. She called. "Do nothing." It was night when he came to the town. He found a very nice room and asked for the best food. The next day he went out and bought beautiful clothes. He was a very important and rich man. People thought the suddenly and money prince on that someday asked him, "Do you know about the prince?" "What prince?" asked Hans. "Who is he? Where does she live?" "You cannot see her answer." "The money." "Why?" "Not because she is in big house and she can live in it. There is only door. The windows are high up. She never gets out." "The king says nobody can see her." "Why does she live in the way that way?" asked Hen. "Because a people old man said to the king, your daughter will marry a poor," and the king was very angry. He built the big house with high windows and showed the prince it. "I want to see the prince," said Hans. He found the house and went to the door, but the king servants quickly sent him away. He put on his most expensive clothes and went to the king's home. The king was very angry. "Don't come near my house again," he shouted. "I will cut off your head and put it on stick." Hans lived well at this time and quickly used his money. One day he only had two jewels. He left his nice room. He found a poor house and lived in it. Hans was poor. Nobody cooked his food. Nobody cleaned his nose. His rich prince did not invite him to their uh, home, but he tried to find the tree with the chair dogs again, but he couldn't find it. After a short time, Hans had no money for food. He looked around his room. What caught his salary on the table? He saw the little class book. "Perhaps I can buy some bread with this," he thought. "Why did the old woman want it? It is glass, but I can see into it. Perhaps three are jewels or gold inside." He tried to open the book, but the cork he hit it on with his and suddenly the dog with as large as X appeared in front of him. "What do you want?" asked the dog. What do when Green has? "I want money." The dog ran away. It quickly come back. Which do when Green has? "I want money." The dog ran away. It quickly came back it with a bag of money in its mouth. Had struck the he said, "I know the first dog comes when I hit the books on. The second dog will come when I hit the book again. The third dog will come when I hit the book. There times he hit the books on two and thus dog which is as large as orange brooks got he hit the books. There times on two third and the dog with is as large as plate struck Jewel's hands was raised against he bought beautiful clothes and moved it to a big house. All these prince came back. Why didn't you visit us? They said, where your hands did not like this. Friend, he thought only of the side prince. She can never go out the truck. She can never walk in the garden. Her mother is dead. She can only speak to the serpents and the earth king. She has a unhappy life on his hold, not sleep. Suddenly he had an idea and he got up from his bed. He took the glass book and it his it on. The dog came. It is night, a beautiful night sight, hands, and nobody will see. I know that the prince worked like work in my garden. Break her Perry. Quickly the dog came back. The prince was asleep on its back. Her beautiful face was set. Hans woke her and took her into the garden where I'm is secret. What is happening? She was afraid. You're working with me in my garden. Said Hans. Look, the flowers are asleep. Garden cried the prince. I'm outside with the ground under my feet and the sky over my head. No walls, no windows. I can hear the sound of the night around me. They worked for a long time. Then the sun started to appear. I have to go see sight, but how did I get three hands to her about the glass book and the dog say it? He books and called the dog good. Dog say sight when it appeared. You have beautiful as take me home. I don't want anybody to see you. Thank you for this night. Hence the prince climbed on the dog's bed and fell asleep. The next day the prince did not remember anything, but she felt different. Her servants Anna jealous and young king woman woke her. She said, "Wake up, prince! It is the middle of the day. The king is waiting for you." "Is here," said the prince, and she jumped happily out of bed. Look, and it a beautiful day. Anna start to think a number of things were strange. First, the prince always got up at 7 o'clock, but today it was 12 o'clock. Second, the prince was always sad, but only she was happy. Third, the bottom of the prince's night dress was dirty. Fourth, there was a beautiful with flower on the prince. bedroom floor, but there were no wildflower is the king garden. Anna went to the king. Let's white and white sides the king when she goes out again will follow her hands was in love with the prince. The throw about her all any and all night after the days he called white the he hid the glass book on two and the dog with as large as orange appearance. Please bring the prince to my garden, he said. The dog one went to the prince, but Anna was there too. The dog carried the princess away on its back, and Anna followed. The dog stopped at the door of a big house and went in. Anna wrote the letter X on the door and went home. Hans and the prince walked in the garden. Has told the story of the old woman and the tree and the dogs and the glass box. He told the prince about his poor mother and about his three brothers and their sister. The prince loved his stories. She told about her parents. My father was a great man and a good king, she said, but when my mother did he change, suddenly he was old and tired and said he should me in that house. Now he gets angry about little thing he does want to the king he wants with flower. In this garden, my mother loved with flower, but now his flowers, the red and morning sun start to like the sky. The prince said good night to Hans. He hid the book onto and she second the appeared with its eyes as big as orange is the cold. See everything. It saw the X on the door and it out hands. Ho ho, Lord Hans, come with me quickly, and we will read X on every door in this street and the next 10 streets. The next day, Anne told the king the story of the night. The king took Anne and some men to Hen Street. There is the house carried. Anne no here. It is quiet. The king on of the men ran to them. The house is in the next street. He said, there is an X on the door. Perry house had an X on it is door. The king was very angry and went home. Later that day, Anne thought of another plan. She went into her room and shut the door. She made a small bag and she put little white stones in the bag. She made a small cut in the bottom of the bag and then put in the prince's clothes. Now she said, when the prince goes out, the little stones will fall onto the road. We can follow the stones to the house. That night Hans killed the prince again with the glass box. They walked in the garden. The dog with eyes as large as plate whited the front of the house. I would like to be a prince, said Hans. I would like not to be a prince, said the princess. Why? As an ex-Hansedin answered, I want to be a prince, he said, because I want to marry you. Yea, said Don under a tree. Hans put the glass box on the ground next to him. "Don't be a prince," he sighed. "I can love a prince. I will be a poor girl and you will be Hans." At the minute, the dog saw the king and Anna with 100 servants. They came out of the king's house and looked at the little Wheatstones. The Wheatstones shone in the dark, and they followed them. The dog ran to the prince. The king is coming!" It cried. "Come quickly!" The dog ran away through the street with the prince on its back. The king, Anna, and the serpents arrived at the house. Is the prince bear carried the king Hans' dreams answered. Suddenly the king saw his dark hair litter shoe on the ground next to him. "Beautiful with flower," he called. "Speak for a minute." Then he sighed angrily to Hans, "My woodcutter will cut off your head at 12 o'clock." King house and shut him in a room. Hans looked for his glass book. "Where has it lost?" he called. "Not kill the dogs." Then he remembered it. It was under the tree. When the sun came up, Hans went to the windows and looked out. He was very high up. He saw a little boy below him and called to him. "Hey, little boy, what do you want?" cried the boy. "Called you like her, Prince?" "Yes, please," said the boy. "Then run to my house. Say to my servant has a little glass book. It is in the garden under a tree. He wants me to bring it to the king house. When you bring me the books, I will give you their pence." The boy deceived. A little time later, he came back with the book. "Throw it up to me, Cal." Hans the boy threw up the book and Hans caught it. Then he threw the money. At that minute the door opens and the king men came in. They took Hans to a big square in the center of the town. Everybody from the town was there. They went to watch the king stand in the middle of the square with the important people of the town around him. In front of Hans stood a big strong woodcutter. He wore a long red coat and a tall black hat. "Are you ready?" said the king to the woodcutter. "Are you ready?" said the woodcutter to Hans. "No," carried Hans, and he took out the glass book. "Are you ready?" said the woodcutter. "No," Hans cried, and the book noted and to went to and again on the tree. The three dogs stood in front of the text. The woodcutter away. He said to the dog with eyes as large as eggs, "Throw him in the river." The dogs ran away with the woodcutter on his back. "Take the king man away," Hans said to the dog. Got bigger and bigger. Everybody watched with open mouths. Now the dog was as big as house. The king men were very afraid. Ran away. "Bring the prince here," Hans said to the dog with as big as orange. "Where is the king?" he carried. In a short time the prince and king stood in front of Hans with the dogs behind them. "Do you want to the king?" Hans asked the old king. "No," sighed the king, "I only want to have wheat flowers in my garden and a happy daughter. When the prince and I marry, with flower will live in your garden again, and the prince will be happy." And so Hans married the prince. The new king and queen lived happily for many years. They had 6 children and very big garden. The old king lived his last years near them. His garden was a sea of wildflower all year. Oke, kita lanjut ke terjemahannya ya. Nah, jadi ini tadi ada seorang tunawisma yang bahagia. Nah, suatu ketika ada seorang laki-laki miskin yang namanya Hans. Dia tidak punya uang, dia tidak punya rumah, dan tidak punya makanan. Tapi dia bahagia. Saya menemukan sesuatu yang dia katakan. Saya berjalan menyusuri jalan ini ke kota berikutnya. Setelah waktu yang singkat, seorang wanita yang sangat tua menelpon kepadanya dari seberang jalan. "Apa yang kamu inginkan?" Ditanya Hans. "Mau apa?" kata wanita tua itu. "Apa yang saya inginkan?" "Saya ingin uang, dan Anda dapat memiliki uang," kata wanita tua itu. "Ambil mantel biru ajaib ini dan naik ke puncak pohon tinggi itu. Kemudian turun ke dalamnya. Anda akan masuk ke sebuah ruangan besar dengan 300 lampu. Ada 3 pintu. Pergi melalui pintu pertama dan Anda akan melihat kotak besar. Di atas kotak duduk seekor anjing dengan mata besar. Jangan takut. Itu tidak akan menyakitimu. Letakkan mantel biru saya di lantai. Ambil anjing itu dan letakkan di atas mantel di depan kotak itu. Buka kotak A dan Anda akan melihat uang. Ambil beberapa melewati pintu kedua dan Anda akan melihat kotak yang lebih besar. Di atas kotak itu duduk seekor anjing dengan mata sebesar jeruk. Jangan takut, itu tidak akan menyakitimu. Letakkan anjing itu di atas mantel dan di depan kotak. Buka kotak dan Anda akan melihat emas. Mengambil beberapa melewati dan pintu ketiga. Di sana Anda akan melihat kotak besar. Di atas kotak itu duduk seekor anjing dengan mata sebesar piring. Jangan takut, ramah ada permata di kotaknya. Ambil beberapa ini, luar biasa, kata Hans. Tapi mau yang bisa saya lakukan untuk kamu. Saya tidak ingin uang atau emas atau permata, kata wanita tua itu. Saya hanya ingin satu hal kecil. Di kamar ketiga ada kotak kaca kecil. Nenekku bilang di sana. Bawakan aku kotak itu. Hans memanjat pohon dan kemudian turun ke dalam pohon. Dia turun, kemudian dia melihat 300 lampu dan 3 pintu. Dia membuka pintu pertama dan masuk ke sebuah ruangan kecil. Di sana di atas sebuah kotak ada seekor anjing dengan mata sebesar telur. "Anjing yang baik," kata Hans. Dia ingat kata-kata wanita tua. Dia meletakkan mantel birunya di lantai. Dia mengambil anjing itu dan meletakkannya di atas mantel di depan kotak. Dia membuka kotak itu dan dia menjadi sangat bersemangat. Dia mengambil sejumlah uang dan memasukkannya ke dalam topinya. Dia mengembalikan anjing itu ke dalam kotak dan kami masuk ke kamar kedua. Di sana di atas kotak itu ada seekor anjing dengan mata sebesar orang. Seekor anjing itu yang baik sedih. Dia meletakkannya di depan kotak dan menempelkan kotak itu. Matanya dia tiba-tiba menjadi kuning seperti emas di dalam kotak. Hans mengambil beberapa emas dan memasukkannya ke dalam topinya. Kemudian dia pergi ke ruangan terakhir. Mata anjing ini sebesar piring. "Anda adalah anjing yang sangat baik, yang sangat halus," katanya. Hans melihat permata di dalam kotak. Matanya tiba-tiba merah, biru, kuning, hijau, dan emas. Dia mengambil beberapa permata dan memasukkannya ke dalam sepatunya. Lalu dia ingat kotak kaca wanita tua itu. Dia menemukan di lantai sebelah anjing itu. Dia memanjat ke dalam pohon lagi. Kali ini lebih sulit dengan emas dan permata yang berat. Tetapi dia keluar dari pohon dan melemparkan kotak itu ke bawah, memanggil wanita itu. Lalu dia melihatnya, tapi dia tidak melemparkan kotak itu ke bawah, memanggil, tetapi dia keluar di pohon dan melemparkan ke bawah, memanggil wanita itu. Lalu dia melihatnya, tapi dia tidak melemparkannya. Tiba-tiba sebuah batu mengenai kepalanya. Membantu saya akan jatuh dan mati, pikirnya. Tapi menjulurkan tangan, dia tidak jatuh. Apakah Anda melempar batu yang dia sebut? Ya, sekarang berikan saya kotak itu. Dia tidak terlalu ramah sekarang. Saya tidak akan memberikan kepada Anda, jawabnya. Dia tidak bisa berbuat apa. Dia tidak bisa berbuat apa-apa. Saat itu malam ketika dia datang, kotak dia menemukan kamar yang sangat bagus dan meminta makanan terbaik pada hari itu. Berikutnya dia pergi keluar dan membeli pakaian yang indah. Dia adalah orang yang sangat penting dan kaya. Orang mengira dia tiba-tiba memiliki banyak teman, atau suatu hari nanti bertanya kepadanya, apakah Anda tahu tentang sang putri? Apa putri? Bertanya Hans, siapa dia? Di mana dia tinggal? Anda tidak bisa melihatnya, jawab pria itu. Mengapa tidak? Karena dia berada di sebuah rumah besar dan dia tidak bisa meninggalkannya. Hanya ada satu pintu, jendela tinggi. Dia tidak pernah keluar. Raja mengatakan tidak ada yang bisa melihat jalannya. Apakah dia hidup dengan cara itu? Tanya Hans, karena seorang lelaki tua yang pandai berkata kepada raja, putrimu akan menikah dengan lelaki miskin. Raja sangat marah. Dia membangun rumah besar dengan jendela tinggi dan menutup putri di dalamnya. Saya ingin melihat sang putri, berkata Hans. Dia menemukan rumah dan pergi ke pintu tepi pelayan raja. Dengan cepat mengirimnya pergi kemudian dan menggenakan pakaiannya yang paling mahal dan pergi ke rumah raja. Raja sangat marah. Jangan dekati saya, rumah lagi, dia berteriak. Aku akan memenggal kepalamu dan meletakkannya di tongkat. Hans hidup dengan baik saat ini dan dengan cepat menggunakan uangnya. Suatu hari dia hanya memiliki 2 permata. Dia meninggalkan kamarnya yang bagus. Dia menemukan sebuah rumah miskin yang tinggal di dalamnya. Hans miskin sekarang. Tidak ada yang memasak makanannya. Tidak ada yang membersihkan ingusnya. Teman-temannya yang kaya tidak mengundangnya ke rumah mereka. Dia mencoba menemukan pohon dengan anjing-anjing di sana lagi, tapi dia tidak dapat menemukannya. Setelah beberapa saat harus memilikinya. Tidak ada uang untuk makanan. Dia tidak bisa melihat sekeliling kamarnya. Apa yang bisa dia jual? Di sana di atas meja, dia lihat kotak kelas kecil mungkin. Saya tidak membeli roti dengan ini, pikirnya. Mengapa wanita tua itu menginginkannya ada kaca, tapi saya tidak bisa melihat ke dalamnya. Mungkin ada permata atau emas di dalamnya. Dia mencoba membuka kotak itu, tapi dia tidak bisa. Dia memukulnya sekali dengan tangannya. Tiba-tiba anjing dan mata besar telur muncul di dalamnya. Apa yang kamu inginkan? Tanya anjing itu. Apa yang ingin? Teriakkan. Saya ingin uang. Anjing ingin pergi dengan cepat kembali dan dengan sekantong uang di mulutnya, pikir Hans. Kemudian dia berkata, saya tahu. Anjing pertama datang ketika saya memukul kotak sekali. Anjing kedua akan datang ketika saya memukul kotak lagi. Anjing ketiga akan datang ketika saya memukul kotak di sana kali. Dia itu kotak 1, 2, dan anjing dengan mata besar jeruk membawa emas. Dia memukul kotak di sana kali 1, 2, di sana ada, dan anjing dengan mata sebesar piring membawa permata. Hans kaya lagi. Dia membeli pakaian yang indah dan pindah ke sebuah rumah besar. Semua teman-temannya kembali. Mengapa Anda tidak mengunjungi kami? Mereka mengatakan, di mana kamu? Hans tidak suka teman-teman ini. Dia hanya memikirkan putri yang sedih. Dia tidak pernah bisa keluar dari. Dia pikir tidak akan pernah bisa berjalan di taman ibunya. Sudah mati. Dia hanya bisa berbicara dengan para pelayan dan raja tua. Dia memiliki kehidupan yang tidak bahagia. Suatu malam Hans tidak bisa tidur. Tiba-tiba dia punya ide dan dia bangun dari tempat tidurnya. Dia mengambil kotak kaca dan memukulnya sekali. Anjing datang pada malam itu. Indah, kata Hans, dan tidak akan melihat. Saya tahu bahwa sang putri ingin berjalan-jalan di taman. Saya membawanya ke sini dengan sangat cepat. Anjing itu kembali. Sang putri tertidur terlentang. Wajahnya yang cantik sedih. Hans membangunkannya dan membawanya ke taman. Di mana aku? Dia menangis. Apa yang terjadi? Dia takut. Anda berjalan dengan saya di taman. Saya berkata, Hans lihat bunga-bunga di taman, teriak sang putri. Apakah saya di luar? Dengan tanah di bawah kaki saya dan langit di atas kepala saya. Tidak ada dinding, tidak ada jendela yang bisa melanggar suara malam di sekitar saya. Mereka berjalan untuk waktu yang lama. Kemudian matahari mulai muncul. Aku harus pergi, katanya. Tapi bagaimana aku bisa sampai di sini? Hans memberitahunya tentang kotak kaca dan anjing-anjing. Dia memukul kotak itu dan memanggil anjing-anjing yang baik. Dia berkata ketika itu muncul, "Kamu memiliki mata yang indah. Bawa aku pulang. Aku tidak ingin ada yang melihat kita. Terima kasih untuk malam ini." Hans dan sang putri naik ke punggung anjing dan tertidur. Keesokan harinya sang putri tidak ingat apa-apa, tapi dia merasa berbeda. Pelayan Anna, seorang wanita yang cemburu dan tidak baik, membangunkannya. Dia berkata, "Bangunlah putri, ini tengah hari. Raja sedang mengumumkan," kata para pangeran, dan dia melompat dengan gembira dari tempat tidur. "Lihat Anna, ini hari yang indah." Anna mulai berpikir beberapa hal yang aneh. Pertama, sang putri selalu bangun jam 7, tapi hari ini jam 12. Sang putri selalu sedih, tapi hari ini dia bahagia. Ketiga, bagian bawah baju tidurnya kotor. Keempat, ada yang cantik bunga putih di lantai kamar tidur putri, tapi tidak ada bunga yang putih. Adalah taman raja. Anna pergi ke raja. Mari tidur putri, tapi tidak ada bunga putih. "Mari kita tunggu dan lihat," kata raja ketika dia keluar lagi. "Ikuti dia." Hans jatuh cinta dengan sang putri. Dia memikirkannya sepanjang hari dan sepanjang malam. Setelah 3 hari dia tidak bisa mengganggu. Dia memukul kotak kaca 1, 2, dan anjing dengan mata besar jeruk muncul. "Tolong bawa sang putri ke kebun saya," katanya. Anjing itu pergi ke sang putri, tapi Anna juga ada di sana. Anjing itu membawa sang putri dengan punggungnya dan Anna mengikutinya. Anjing itu berhenti di pintu sebuah rumah besar dan masuk. Anna menulis huruf X di pintu dan pulang. Hans dan sang putri berjalan di taman. Hans menceritakan kisah tentang wanita tua dan pohon dan anjing-anjing kotak kaca. Dia memberitahu sang putri tentang ibunya yang malang dan tentang 3 saudara laki-laki dan 3 saudara perempuannya. Sang putri menyukai ceritanya. Dia berbicara tentang orang tuanya. "Ayah saya adalah pria yang hebat dan raja yang baik," katanya. "Tetapi ketika ibu saya meninggal, dia berubah. Tiba-tiba dia tua dan lelah atau sedih. Dia mengurungku di rumah itu. Sekarang dia marah tentang hal-hal kecil dan tidak ingin menjadi raja, ingin menjadi bunga putih di kebunnya. Ibuku mencintai bunga putih, tapi sekarang bunganya selalu mati. Merah mentari pagi mulai menyinari langit dan sang putri mengucapkan selamat malam kepada Hans. Dia memukul kotak 1, 2, dan anjing kedua muncul dengan mata sebesar jeruk. Anjing ini bisa melihat apapun yang dilihatnya. X di pintu dan itu memberitahu Hans. Hoho, tertawa. "Hans, ikut saya dengan cepat dan kami akan nulis X di setiap pintu jalan ini dan 10 jalan berikutnya." Keesokan harinya, Anna menceritakan kisah malam itu kepada raja dan raja membawa Anna dan beberapa pria ke jalan Hans. "Di sini adalah rumah," teriak Anna. "No, ini dia," seru raja. Salah satu pria berlari ke arah mereka. "Rumah itu di jalan berikutnya," katanya. "X di pintu." Setiap rumah memiliki X di pintunya. Raja sangat marah dan pulang. Kemudian pada hari itu, Anna memikirkan rencana lain. Dia pergi ke kamarnya dan menutup pintu. Dia membuka tas kecil dan dia meletakkan batu putih kecil di tas itu. Dia membuat sayatan kecil di bagian bawah tas dan kemudian memasukkannya ke dalam pakaian putri sekarang. Katanya ketika putri keluar, batu-batu kecil akan jatuh ke jalan. Kita bisa mengikuti batu-batu itu ke rumah. Malam itu Hans memanggil sang putri lagi dengan kotak kaca. Mereka berjalan di taman. Anjing dan mata besar piring menunggu di depan rumah. "Aku ingin menjadi pangeran," kata Hans. Aku tidak ingin menjadi putri," kata putri. "Kenapa?" tanya Hans. Dia tidak menjawab. "Aku tidak ingin menjadi pangeran," katanya, "karena aku ingin menikah denganmu." Yeay, duduk di sebelah bawah pohon. Hans meletakkan kotak kaca itu di tanah sebelahnya. Jangan jadi pangeran," dia bilang. "Aku tidak bisa mencintai pangeran. Aku akan menjadi gadis miskin dan kamu akan menjadi Hans." Pada saat itu anjing melihat raja dan Anna dengan 100 pelayan. Mereka keluar dari rumah dan raja melihat batu putih kecil. Batu putih bersinar dalam gelap dan mereka mengikuti mereka. Anjing itu berlari ke sang putri. Raja datang. Itu menangis datang dengan cepat. Anjing itu lari melalui jalan-jalan dengan sang putri di punggungnya. Raja Anna dan para pelayan tiba di rumah Hans. "Apakah putri ada di sini?" teriak raja. Hans tidak menjawab. Tiba-tiba raja melihat sepatu kecil putrinya di tanah di samping beberapa bunga putih yang indah. Dia tidak bisa berbicara selama 1 menit. Kemudian dia berkata dengan marah kepada Hans, pemotong kayu, "Saya akan memenggal kepalamu di rumah raja jam 12." Mengurungnya di sebuah ruangan. Hans mencari kotak kacanya. Di mana itu kehilangan, dia tidak bisa memanggil anjing. Kemudian dia ingat itu di bawah pohon ketika matahari terbit. Hans pergi ke jendela dan melihat keluar. Dia sangat tinggi. Dia melihat seorang anak kecil di bawahnya dan memanggilnya, "Hei anak kecil, mau apa?" Kamu teriak anak laki-laki. "Kamu mau ada pencet ya?" "Ya silakan," kata anak laki-laki itu, lalu lari ke rumahku. "Katakan pada pelayanku, Hans punya kotak kaca kecil itu di taman di bawah pohon. Dia ingin saya membawanya ke rumah raja. Ketika Anda membawakan saya kotak kecil itu, saya akan memberi Anda 3 pence." Bocah itu menghilang beberapa saat, kemudian dia kembali dengan kotak itu. "Lemparkan ke saya," disebut disebut anak itu melemparkan kotak dan Hans menangkapnya. Kemudian dia melemparkan uang. Pada saat itu pintu terbuka dan raja laki-laki masuk, membawa Hans ke sebuah alun-alun besar di pusat kota. Semua orang dari kota yang ada di sana, mereka ingin melihat raja berdiri di tengah alun-alun dengan orang-orang penting di sekeliling. Di depan Hans berdiri pemotong kayu besar yang kuat. Dia mengenakan jas merah sepanjang dan topi hitam tinggi. "Apakah Anda siap?" kata raja kepada pemotong kayu. "Apakah kamu siap?" kata si pemotong kayu kepada Hans. "No," menangis Hans dan dia mengeluarkan kotak kaca itu. "Apakah kamu siap?" kata penebang kayu kepada Hans. "Tidak," teriak Hans dan tidak memukul kotak itu. Sekali dia memukul kotak itu, lagi 1, 2, dan sekali lagi 1, 2, dan ketiga anjing itu berdiri di depannya. "Singkirkan pemotong kayu," katanya kepada anjing dengan mata besar sebesar telur, melemparkannya ke sungai. Anjing itu melarikan diri dengan pemotong kayu di punggungnya. "Bawa pergi raja," kata Hans. Anjing itu semakin besar dan semakin besar. Semua orang menonton dengan mulut terbuka. Sekarang anjing itu sebesar rumah. Anak buah raja sangat takut, lari membawa putri ke sini, kata Hans kepada anjing. "Jangan," kata besar jeruk. "Di mana raja?" Dia menangis. Dalam waktu singkat sang putri dan raja berdiri di depan Hans dan anjing-anjing di belakang mereka. "Apakah kamu ingin menjadi raja?" Hans bertanya kepada raja tua. "Tidak," mengatakan raja. "Saya hanya ingin memiliki bunga putih di kebun saya dan bahagia anak perempuan. Ketika sang putri dan saya menikahi, bunga itu akan hidup di taman Anda lagi dan sang putri akan bahagia dan kemudian menikahi sang putri. Raja dan ratu baru hidup bahagia. Selama bertahun-tahun mereka memiliki 6 anak dan taman yang sangat besar. Raja tinggal tahun ke tahun terakhirnya dia di dekat mereka. Tamannya adalah lautan bunga putih sepanjang tahun. Oke, sekian dan terima kasih.